with Doug Venn at the Adventist Possibilities Ministries booth. Did I get that right? Yeah, Adventist Possibility Ministries. I don't have the sharpest memory in the world, Doug. Doug, what is some of the role that you play, especially in a big convention like this?
Well, here we are inspiring and informing the global church family of how people with disabilities and different abilities are able to make a mission contribution.
Fantastic. And you also have a role in actually what happens here in the session as well. Let me ask this. I'm familiar somewhat as an evangelist with those who sign for me. If somebody knows sign language, they can cover the whole planet, right? Everybody in attendance understands what that individual's saying.
Well, we have talking hands, but just like all languages around the world, we can't, from the time of Babel, we have different languages. And so it is with sign language. So each country has its own distinct sign language.
Interesting. That makes things a little bit complex. What are some of the other things that you wish that all of the delegates and all the attendees could see? If you could pull back the curtain to show them the accommodations that are made for folks, what kinds of other things are going on here?
I'm looking right now to say to the delegates and to the other leaders and the churches, whether they're a division, union, or even a local church leader, how are they accommodating what's happening in the program? Do we see the deaf choirs up front? Do we see people who are blind, using their spiritual gifts to then make a contribution? So that's where, how are we incorporating them in the local church or here at Session?
Now, we have a little bit of a partnership with you at the Review, and I saw a story just not too long ago about a power lifter. What was that story?
Well, here, Esther, it's in the latest kids review. So here's the shameless promotion. Okay, he didn't pay me, just to let you know.
No.
Anyway, so
this is completely random.
Okay, so in the partnership with Adventist Review, we got to highlight Esther's story. She's from Nigeria, and last year at the Paralympics, she won the silver medal and for powerlifting. And she's an amazing witness. She's an active Seventh-day Adventist young adult, and she sings like a bird, but she uses her powerlifting and her weightlifting to be a witness and make disciples.
Sitting in that auditorium and signing all day, there's an awful lot of talking going on for hours on end. That's got to be exhausting.
Well, for preachers, it's a normal thing. But anyway, we have a team who is actually helping to provide accessibility for the deaf community. So we have a team who's doing every session and the Dome, and that's accessible on our YouTube page. Then we also have a team of interpreters here at the booth, as well as we have one deaf delegate, and he's got a sign language interpreter who goes with him, so that way he can interact with the leaders, hang out, and talk with the hearing attendees.
Okay, phenomenal. So now we've talked about, reaching out and enabling delegates who may be hearing impaired. What about visual impairment?
Yeah, so we also have had a chance to, the city has been great, and so even though we're doing the best we can, we're wanting to, go to the next level. So this area is actually accommodates the visually impaired quite well. There was some feedback from one of Juliana Santos. She said there's a couple of things that can be improved, but we'll incorporate that next time with our next host. We do have one special guest from South America Division who is visually impaired. Her name is Juliana Santos. So she actually helped me to plan and with Session, and she's on my task force. So she helps me to make sure we advocate for the inclusion of those who are blind and have visual impairment.
Fantastic. Doug Venn, Adventist Possibility Ministries.